Republican presidential candidates are returning to campaign work as their time shrinks to show they can answer the critical question of the 2024 pre-race: is there any chance they can knock down Donald Trump? The closing days before start of vote on January 15 in Iowa also underline power Trump has as dominant figure in GOP. The former president has long broken campaign etiquette and fueled the scandal outrage that any normal candidate could fall into. An attempt to overturn American democracy in 2020s to stay in power after losing an election. Racially questionable social media posts and comments. And the latest rhetoric reminiscent of Nazi propaganda. His grassroots pre-electors did little reduce his appeal. But the contest is about any comment, event, or perceived absurdity that candidate has made. It has reached a point where it can distract attention from the closing speech and lead to intense national scrutiny that can be used by its competitors to create damaging effect. Former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley faced this reality as soon as she stepped back on the road after Christmas vacation on Wednesday night, and entered into a debate over slavery that rekindled one of the most contentious parts of her record. Haley, who prefers headlines to be about her rise in New Hampshire, providing her with a platform where she can compete directly with Trump. When at an event in the town hall, a participant asked him what caused civil war. He gave an evasive answer, but he didn't. It shouldn't have been so difficult pass on this question. But Haley gave a puzzled answer, referring to the rights of states and the failure of individual freedoms be dictated by governments. At the town hall event in New Hampshire, Haley said, "Don't come up with an easy question. What I want to do is I think reason for the Civil War is basically how government will be governed. Freedoms and things that people can and cannot do," Haley said. The person who asked question was not satisfied with the answer and said in 2023, "It is surprising to me that you answered this question without using word slavery." Haley's long and unbiased remarks were perceived as a sort of response attempt at the Republican primary, which had come a long way. The right might prefer to hear his conservative listeners. But Haley's advocates will likely remind voters that he is instrumental convincing lawmakers South Carolina as governor to take down the Confederate flag, the Capitol. This is, given its painful past about race, it is an extremely sensitive topic on state. Still, this move, following mass armed attack on a black church Charleston 2015, is one which critics glorify slavery. He came after years of evasive talk about the flag issue, which defenders saw as symbol that is line with the South's heritage and honors it. Deaths in the Civil War. The re-emergence of issue of the Civil War threatens to move away from Haley's political momentum at a critical moment in campaign, and its CA